All right, y'all, I just wanted to kind of shoot a quick video here on how I'm coming along in the trap prep process so far. You know, I go to school here next Monday, I think. I don't know. I think it's next Monday is when I move to school, but I'm trying to get everything ready that I can so I don't have to really be worried about anything as far as until I'm slamming stuff in the ground pre-staking. So as you guys can see, I got all my dog proofs right here. They're all ready to go. Actually, I'll show you guys this because I kind of do this differently than some people, but I actually tag my traps right on the swivel right there. And I've had really good luck with tagging them right there. I know some people roll them on the chain, some people will wire them on there, and personally, you know, I could count on one hand how many tags I've lost doing that in the last couple of years, and I really like doing that. And it's quick and easy. You don't have to use pliers or nothing. You can just bend it on there with your hand and it works great. But yeah, guys, all my dog proofs are ready to go. Here's about half my 220s. I got this half is all ready to go. This is all old stuff that I had last year. I got it all in the box. Everything's got tags on it. They all got their long pogos on them already, so they're ready to go. Some more 220s there that are going to get thrown in another box with my new ones. This 220 right here is getting retired. Actually, I caught a coon last year in it and it was still alive. If you guys can tell, he messed this cable up pretty good and he ruined the entire location. So that 220, as far as I'm concerned, it's retired. But that one's still good. I just got to switch it out. I was using that one to trap otter, so it doesn't have a pogo on it. It's got a cable extension that I run when I'm trapping in the water with conibears. But all my new 85s, I actually ran out of tags, so they're kind of just sitting in a pile there. But I won't dye these at all, at least until after this season, simply because the fact that when they're sitting in the water during beaver trapping season, they're going to kind of take on a little bit of color and stain from the water, and then they'll rust. And then depending on how they look next year, I'll probably dye them. But I'm not doing anything with any of my 85s this year as far as dyeing them or anything like that. So then the project I've been working on, take you guys outside here. I got all my 220s, my new ones I should say, power washed. I washed all the grease and everything off of them, and I got them all hanging on this, whatever you want to call it, that I made here. But you guys can see, that's the difference it makes from power washing them off versus just hanging. If I would have just hung them out here, they would have maybe been getting some rust on them by now, but by power washing all that stuff off of there, I mean, you guys can see if I just go down the line, they're all starting to get a nice coat of rust, and they will take the dye a lot better like that. So yeah, they're just sitting on this jig. It's just some sawhorses with some 2x6 on here. I put a bunch of screws in it. This is what I dye all my footholds and stuff on. I'll just hang them up here and they'll hang outside for a couple weeks after I dye them. Just leave them outside, doesn't hurt them at all. But yeah, that's what's going on with all the new 220s. They're all tagged and everything, they're ready to go. So another thing I wanted to show you guys is I just went through a huge pile of my cable drowners I was using for coon last year, and it was a disaster. I mean, I just threw it all into a big heap. But if you guys can look here, I got a stack of rebar stakes here. They're all in a pile thrown in the corner right there. And I went through all of it. I didn't really sort out all the drowners or anything, because that would have taken me probably until I'm out of college, and that's not for a while yet. So I kind of just went through it pretty quick, but I got all the stakes pulled out. They need to get put in buckets yet. But here's something I kind of want to talk about a little bit, especially with the market down like it is right now. I saved all the cable that I could out of there. Everything that wasn't kinked up or anything, I cut it off right before it was kinked or something like that. And I saved all this cable here, guys. Now there's probably, I don't even know, 150, 200 foot of cable right there. And that might not be much, but I mean, that'll make me close to 100 pogos probably, just from old stuff that would normally have gotten thrown away. And with the fur market right now, I can't afford to just keep buying loads and loads of cable all the time, because it's not cheap, especially on a college kid budget, I'll tell you that. But I saved all the drowner locks from my cable drowners. They're all in there. Got all the footholds pulled off of there. Saved all the pogos from everything. I always try and save my pogos until, well, probably until they're going to be falling apart, and then I'll probably fix them or replace them. But got all my cable grounders in there that I didn't use last year. Got my stack of 330s right there. We come over here. All my TS85s I used last year are still in a disaster. But this is something I kind of want to show you guys a little bit. So these are all the traps I ran last year for beaver. And if you look at these traps, they got that nice coat of rust on them. But if you look at these jaws, they're not shiny at all. They got kind of a black tint to them. And that's from them sitting in the water like that, guys. I mean, most of them have that, like you can see on this one. If I can get this one out of here. That one's got it too, inside and outside on the bottom. And that's just from that water just staining these traps. And I honestly don't know what I'm gonna do with them. I'm not dyeing these until next year now, but I think they're good for another year at least. But I'll definitely be dyeing them next year, simply for the fact that I want to protect these springs on here. But yeah, guys, that's basically what I've been up to. I got a bunch of mink boards for no absolute reason, but I wanted them, so I got them. Yeah, I felt like I needed them, so I got a bunch of them. It was a pretty good deal. So yeah, guys, I've been making pogos, you know, tagging traps. I actually just finished up, I'll show you guys here. I just finished up a project I've been working on. I finished 300 coon for a buddy of mine. Got some here that need to go in the freezer yet. But yeah, guys, just thought I'd shoot you a short little trap prep video. Season's coming up fast. We'll be pre-staking in just a little over 2 months now, so I'm getting pumped up, guys. Anyways, see you guys on the next one.